Welcome back to JRF Mechanical. Today we're working on a 2017 Volkswagen Jetta, and it's having a misfire on number 2 and a little bit on number 4. So we've already done spark plugs and coil, and you may have done that already. You have to hook up your ground. Sometimes the wires break. Sometimes the clips break, and we use a zip tie to kind of pull it in, make sure they're in. But again, we're still having a misfire. This got about 120,000 miles. This time, this thing broke on us, so we got a new one. They weren't cheap. I think it was like 40 bucks for that. Anyway, some of the common tools you'll need is a Torx T30 to take these out. There are 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So the very first thing you'll have to do is take out your clips, and I use a Neo nose, and that'll work. You'll need a 3/8 ratchet as extension and a straight blade screwdriver. We'll pop this off. You'll have to pop this off, squeeze right here and pop this off, and then push these clips out to disconnect that overflow. We'll go ahead and blow out the dust.
Which way?
That. So you'll want to need extension. Okay, welcome back again. So then you'll need a regular straight blade. You'll need an extension. It's T30. Okay, so once you already got this removed, the intake cover, the intake plunium, you'll have to disconnect this by squeezing here on these little groove parts. So you'll come in right in here at this angle and kind of pinch it, or take a screwdriver and just kind of pop it a little bit. And then you'll have to unplug this from here, unplug that from there, your mass airflow sensor, and unplug the map sensor. You'll have to carefully pop this because it's plastic, so you just go like this and just pop it, and pop it here. And then I went down here and popped this off, and pop it off a little bit off of there, so it's kind of loose and ready to go. You've got your fuel pressure regulator off of here, so I don't need to worry about that because that's running off that rail. That's your fuel pump. Mechanically ran off the engine to build up the pressure. Anyway, so now we'll take our T30, and I've already broke these loose and clean it all out. You're going to need to put new gaskets, and then I should be able to just drop this back a little bit, and then we're going to clean each of the intake valves and see if there's carbon. Alright, we'll go from there. Okay, so now I've got all the bolts out, and I still can't quite see in there because it's dark. Let's see if I can turn on the flashlight. It's still a ways in there, so we'll have to get another flashlight and see in there. But at least we're about there. What I see holding up now is this coolant hose is holding me up from moving it any further. So just keep that in mind. Hopefully this video will help you. You can see I've undone this clip here because the coolant hose, and that way I can shift back a little bit more, and we can see in there and see what's going on and see if we can clean this out. Okay, hope this video helps. They are not on torque that hard. I mean, you can just break it loose with a 3/8. It's and we're just going to use that CRC cleaner kit that we bought on Amazon. I would put the exact same bolts where you found them, and then that way, so this one right here will go to the very end. That way you can put them in the same spot. We also ordered the new gaskets, which are these shaping, so you guys can be able to figure out the shaping that you need to get for them. And I hope that helps you out. And I'm sure you do clean this out when you're, before I crack it open, because when you had sand in here, it doesn't, you don't want to get it in there. And that about sums it up. And then you can just put them back on and put everything back in the connections and this. And not very many tools are needed, and just use this and we'll go from there. Okay, I undid this one with the hose clamp, and I'm able to pull it back a little bit more. The next thing that would be holding it back is maybe that big connector down there. But maybe that might be enough room for you to get in there and spray them. I saw the two intake valves a little bit, and it was just dirty a little bit, but I didn't. It's kind of hard to see in there. But if you really, I've already got. So, get there. Anyway, that's where we're at. Okay. Okay, and if you want a little more room to pull this back, you gotta undo this clip that's right under here. There's a line going right here. And there's a clip right here and another one under it. A clip that's holding this line. So just keep that in mind. You're gonna need to undo that clip. It's hard to see it because you can't see it, but you can feel it. So you're gonna have to undo that if you want to pull this back a little bit more, okay? Alright, let's see how we see these. You can see, whoops. Let's see if you can see them. Can't quite see that with the focus, can you? But I was able to see in there. It's kind of hard to see it, but I can see that one. See, there you go, a little bit. You can see in there. It's hard with this camera. They just got a little bit on them, but not a little bit crusty, but like right there, it's just like that. Yeah, it's not that bad, but we'll spray them and clean them. They're just small. I was expecting the intake valves to be bigger than these. This one here, number 3, is open. I can see that. And we'll have to kind of crank the engine a little bit, like by hand, and see. That one lets close. So, all right. Well, this is how you can kind of check in. Other than that, you're gonna have to undo that connector down there and take off a couple more of these to get the whole entire intake manifold out, and you'll have to get this out of your way and undo the fuel line out of your way if you want to pull it all the way out. But I'm just trying to wedge it open enough so I can just spray in there and see them. See that? It's not hugely bad, it's just, but we'll spray them clean. I don't have a walnut machine that shoots spray peas in it. You could probably buy one from Harbor Freight and try to replicate your own. But anyway, this should help you, whether you want to just take the whole thing out, which I might end up doing a little bit more, but like I said, you'd have to undo a little bit more. And then, but we're just going to be able to get the straw right in here and spray these. Yeah, you can kind of see in there a little bit. Okay, so this is what we got from Amazon, and we'll go ahead and we'll clean it, and we'll go from there. Of it being done, I'm just kind of doing spurts of it. They are 2 valves, but they're small, and I'm only doing 1, 2, and 4 because number 3 is open right now. You can see that dirty water. Skip 3 and go to 4. And then this is another can I have too. So, but right now we're just using this one. There's one that comes with a tank. One comes for the throttle plate, but we've already cleaned that. and one for the mass airflow sensor. You can use brake clean, but let this completely dry if you ever clean these. And we'll probably do it, because I've already done this with sea foam. And we've done like 4, maybe 5 cans where we were just pouring it real slow, like a little stream, and just let your partner run it. And just so that way you're kind of doing like an atomizing or like a misting of it to get into it. But it's got to go through this cooler, and it just probably goes down to the bottom and barely gets to it, and it just probably help. But yeah, but like it says here, you need for best results, spray directly through the throttle body or the vacuum line. But dude, the best thing is to spray directly through the throttle body. But I want to do it right where it's at. So it's been a minute. I'm just letting them soak and spray. On the 3, I'm just going to go just a little, not much, because it's going to suck it in. And I'll probably blow these other ones out so that there's not some hydrostatic lock. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clean this guy, this mass airflow sensor, with this other can that came in the kit. Alright, once you pop it open with a screwdriver, you'll have to push these 2 clips outward and gently pop it up. And then we can clean this sensor. But I don't think this is the root cause. But we'll clean it because it comes with the kit. Cool. Be pretty good. Let that air dry. And then I'm going to clean this one and just pop off the clips. You can see it looks like a little radiator, and your coolant runs through there back and forth and cools the air. They're a little bit less efficient than the intake, the one that front cools in the front. So anyway, we'll clean it and it looks just like it, but I'm going to keep them the same where they are. Alright, got that reinstalled. And I'm going to go ahead and reinstall this one too. Cool. Get that snap in place. There. And then you'll see the tabs clip in place. And I didn't cross them. I kept that with this one and that with that one. Could clean the throttle plate, but I've already cleaned that with sea foam. So anyway, I did spray a little down in there, but that's only going to clean that little spot. Alright, let's go back and let's do some more spraying in here. I can't do 3 because it's open. Cool, let that soak. You know, another good test about this is when they're closed and you're checking for it, if they're not leaking. So if they're holding the fluid, that's good because they're not leaking on you. And then the number 4 that's holding the liquid, and that's good. So All right, I still haven't really sprayed 3 at all, really. Maybe it's a tab, but that's it because it's going to go down into the cylinder. But anyway. Okay, well, I've sprayed more in 1, 2, skipped 3, and did number 4. Yeah. It's been at least 5 minutes. We'll also add this to the tank. I've cleaned the sensor, I've cleaned the throttle body. It's been 5 minutes, I'm letting it soak. I'm gonna blow them out with my blower. We'll have them put my nozzle on there, and we'll just blow this garbage out, because I don't want to just suck it in, and then it burns it somewhat, and then it goes into your catalytic converter. We don't really want to do that. So I haven't done a whole lot with 3 because it's still open. So let's get the blower and go from there, just to kind of save time on this video. Okay, I got my little blower again. We'll see. I already did number 1. Okay, then I'll spray more in and get a tiny little brush, and we'll clean in there as well. Let's see if it looks any better. Got my flashlight, a pin flashlight. A little bit, yeah, I can see from there. It's a little bit better. Yeah, a little bit. See if you can see that angle. And I didn't do much with 3. But we'll rotate the engine and do number 4. Alright, let's try that. Alright, now I cut this stupid straw, and it's going to shoot a nice little stream right at it. And we're gonna do 1, 2, and 4. And then I'm gonna use this little brush. That should be safe, not scratching too much, but we'll scrub it around a little bit. Yep, we are spraying as best we can. We'll do just a teeny in 3, just like, there you go, and that's it. I don't want to put too much crap in there. We'll just let this soak for 5 minutes. Yeah, I'll clean these up. Yeah, cool. Still got a lot left. And we'll do this little brushy. If you can get Q-tips in there, that's cool, but they might break on the stick. This is probably not doing a whole lot, but maybe a little bit because I'm touching it with a little something. Yeah. Piece of hair on it. There we go. Just a little bit. And number 2. And the other side. I'm sure we're whacking off something. I'm gonna skip 3. I mean, we could just kind of go pokey and pokey. Ew, see how black it was. because I don't have it shut yet. I gotta still rotate the motor. You could do it by that crank down there, but it doesn't feel the same. It feels different. So I might not be able to do 3, but you guys can do 3. See how the cleaner in there, and it's like not that black, you know. But then if I do touch it with number 3, so you can see what it is, and you touch it with 3, you can see how black it is. So that's probably a good idea to kind of give it a rub and transfer it on this. So here's I cleaned the brush off, and we'll show you number 3 again. Just kind of get a little sample. A little bit right there. Let's try this side. Okay, how dirty it is. So well, at least we're transferring it to this.